Common indices to lecture number 23 is raw materials for paint. Table of contents. The table of contents of this lecture are technology of paint manufacturing, raw materials, handling of finished paints, important raw materials of paints. So in this lecture you will learn about the technology which is used in the manufacturing of paints, what are the raw materials which are used in the manufacturing of paints, and how to handle the finished paints. Technology of paint manufacturing. So which technology is involved in the manufacturing of paint? How paints are produced? What is the production of waterborne paints? Why waterborne paints are important? What are the benefits of waterborne paints? What are the hazards of waterborne paints? How we can produce the waterborne paints? For the production of waterborne paints, it is desirable to use a mixer, dissolver, which may be, if possible, sure, necessary stirring together easily combined components of the frame, anchor, and simultaneously stir to disperse loose paint components, pigments and fillers. Milling stirrer disposed, which is eccentrically relative to the central shaft of the frame, anchor mixer. So for the production of waterborne paint, we use the mixture dissolver, and this mixture dissolver is suitable for the production of waterborne paint. In the production of waterborne paints, we stir together the combined components of the frame, anchor, and stir them that they dispose or disperse the loose paint components that are filler and pigments. After the mixing of the components by using a dissolver and stirring of the components, the milling stirrer disposed. Milling stirrer is eccentrically relative to the central shaft of the frame mixture. So, there are many benefits of using the waterborne paints because the waterborne coatings are less flammable and less hazardous and will allow you to coat on automotive, so there are some side effects of using the waterborne paints. The waterborne paints contain few toxins which do not populate the air as long as solvent-based toxins. So the waterborne paints are suitable for painting for automobile coating or automotive coating. You can see a picture which clearly shows that how the waterborne paints are coated on automotive. raw materials. How the raw materials for paints are manufactured. Different chemical plants offer raw materials for paint manufacturing, so it's a complex process, basically proceeded in few industries. So, for the production of paints, different raw materials are required, and different chemical plants offer different raw materials for the manufacturing of paints. But to manufacture the raw material for paints is a complex process. Due to its complexity, few industries produce the raw materials for paints. There are no manufacturers which can produce varnish and paint raw materials and also raw materials for paints. So, there are no manufacturers which can produce the varnish and paint materials and also the raw materials for paints and varnishes. So how we can obtain the raw material for paints? Typically, the mixing frame anchor is carried out at low stirrer speed 60 to 120 revolutions per minute, dispersing the same loose components produced by milling with a shaft speed of 1000 to 1200 revolutions per minute. So, to produce the raw material for paints, a mixing frame anchor is required. So, the mixing is carried out at low spirit speed, almost 60 to 120 revolutions per minute speed is required for mixing. And for dispersing of the components, the speed which is required is 1000 to 1200 revolutions per minute. How we can produce a paint if multi-dissolver mixer is not available? In the absence of above-mentioned multi-dissolver mixer for the production of water dispersion paints, dissolver with a central shaft with gutter without frame agitator can be used. So if multi-dissolver mixer is not available for the production of the water dispersion paints, what can we do? So, in the absence of multi-dissolver mixer, we can use a central shaft for the production of water dispersion paints. And this central shaft consists of a cutter which has no frame agitator. So, a central shaft or a dissolver with the central shaft would be helpful for the production of water dispersion paints if multi-dissolver mixer is not available. Calculation of parameters of the dissolver with the central shaft allowing for an effective dispersion process we can calculate the further parameters of the dissolvers which is present with the central shaft. So these parameters help us to identify an effective dispersion process. Since the water dispersion inks are corrosive medium having a pH from 8 to 10 and above in the manufacture of paints, it is desirable to use all the capacity equipment made of stainless steel or glass inside and the communication conducts stainless steel. So, there are some water dispersion inks which are used for the manufacturing or the production of paints. These water dispersion inks are corrosive, and there is a possibility that it can gradually change. The water dispersion inks have a pH from 8 to 10 and above. These are used in the manufacturing of paints. So, for the production or the manufacturing of paints, it is suitable to use the equipments that are made from the stainless steel or glass inside. Handling of finished products. How we can handle the finished products. Why it is important to handle the finished products. Handling of finished paints. Handling of finished paints and dispersion through pipelines to the production line. Waterborne paints are only needed to use screw pumps because centrifugal and gear pumps, as the most common in paint industry, destroy the dispersion and lead to loss of properties of paint. So when the products are ready, it is important to handle carefully the finished products and disperse the product through the pipeline to the production line. Centrifugal pumps are most commonly used in the paint industry because the centrifugal pumps are most popular and commonly used type of pumps for the transfer of fluids. In simple words, we can say that the centrifugal pumps are the pumps that use a rotating impeller to move water or the fluid by using a centrifugal force. They are the undisputed pump choice, especially for delivering liquid from one location to another in numerous industries. The centrifugal pumps are used in the paint industries as well as they are used in the mining, chemical, petroleum industries and many other industries. Because they used to induce a flow or they are used to increase a liquid from a low level to high level. These pumps work as simple mechanism. These pumps as works on a simple mechanism. The centrifugal pumps converts the rotational energy often from the motor to the energy in the moving fluid. So, the centrifugal pumps are important in paint industry, but there are many side effects of using the centrifugal pumps in the paint industry. They destroy the dispersion and led to loss of properties of paint. That's why we prefer to use the screw pumps, because these screw pumps are most suitable pumps that are used to handle the finished products of the paint and dispersion of the paints through the pipeline to the production line. So that's why the waterborne paints only use screw pumps. Because centrifugal pumps has many side effects in the production of waterborne paints. They destroy the dispersion, and some properties of the paints are lost by using those pumps. What is screw pump and what is the role of screw pump? The pressure exerted by the screw pump can hesitate within 3 to 8 atmosphere depending on the pipe diameter. So what is a screw pump? A screw pump is a type of a positive displacement pump that uses 2 or more screws that intermesh to pressurize fluid and move them in a system. So why we use screw pump in the manufacturing of paints? We use the screw pump to insert the pressure. The screw pump uses 2 or more screws. And what is the function of these 2 or more screws? The 2 or more screws help to pressurize the fluids and then they move the fluids in the system. The screws take in fluids, then push it out from the other side while increasing its pressure. So the pressure exerted by the screw pump can hesitate within 3 to 8 atmosphere, and the pressure exerted by the screw pump depends upon the diameter of the pipe. The screw pumps take the fluids and then they push the fluids from the other sides, and in this way they increase the pressure. If the line diameter is 89 to 102 mm, the approximate capacity of a screw pump can be 5 to 8 atmosphere. So, if the diameter of the pipe is 89 to 102 mm, what would be the capacity of screw pump? So, if the line diameter is 89 to 102 mm, the screw pump has the capacity to insert the pressure within 5 to 8 atmosphere. So now you can know that paint manufacturing is a hard process. That's why it is recommended to look through the raw materials for paint production that are available. So it is a very difficult task to produce or manufacture the paints. It is suggested or recommended that use the available raw materials instead of production of the raw materials for paints. So, as the manufacturing of a paint is a hard process, so it is more suitable that use the raw materials for paint production that are available in the market. There is a big list of raw materials, for example solvents. So, in the market, there is a big list of raw materials available for the manufacturing or the production of paints. For example, solvents. Important raw materials for paints. So, what are the important raw materials which are used for the manufacturing or the production of paint? High quality, high durable and cost-effective materials covering a broad range of reasons, solvents, additives, hardeners, aluminum paste, catalysts and integrants for paints, coating synthetics and emulsion polymers. So, there are some raw materials which are needed in the making of paints. These raw materials are solvents, additives, hardeners, aluminum paste, different catalysts, resins, and different ingredients which are added in the manufacturing or the production of paints. There are some coating, synthetic and emulsion polymers are also required in the manufacturing of paints. You can also see the emulsion polymers in the diagram of this slide. So, these raw materials are important in the manufacturing of paints. For making the high quality paint, it is required to use the high quality, high durable and cost effective raw materials. If we use the high quality, high durable and cost effective raw materials, it would be durable for a long period of time. So, it is very important to choose the high quality and high durability of raw materials. Nutrac experts can precisely suggest applicable formulations covering architectural, industrial, wood, heavy duty and some special purpose paints. Nutrac is an industry and their experts suggest the applicable formulations that cover the paints that are used for the purpose of paintings of wood, industries, so there are two different formulations that are used for Liquitex. If we use the emulsion polymers, there are two different formulations are used for Liquitex. One type for the paint that comes in tubes and the other type of paint that is available in jars. The paint in tubes is designed to have a thick consistency and to leave brushstrokes the way oil paint can. So, the Nutrac experts suggest to use the available formulations that cover the architecture, industrial, wood, heavy duty and special purpose paints. That's why two formulations are used for Liquitex. One type of paint that are present in the tubes, and there are some other type of other paints that are present in the jars. The paints that are present in the tubes have the ability that they are thicker in the capacity or in the consistency. What is the composition of paints? A paint is composed of pigments, solvents, resins, and various additives. So, various additives, ingredients, pigments, solvents, and resins are required in the composition of paints. The pigments give the paint color, solvents make it easier to apply, resins help it dry, and additives serve as everything from fillers to anti-fungicidal agents. So the pigments are added in the paints. So what is the role of pigments in the making of paints? The role of pigment is to give the paint a color. What is the role of solvents in paint? Solvent make it easier to apply the paint. So the role of solvent is to make the process of painting easier. What is the role of resins? The role of resins is to help it dry. The resins play a role to dry the paints. What is the function of additives in the paints? The additives perform various functions in the paints. Additives work as a role of fillers to anti-fungicidal agents. Hundreds of different pigments, both natural and synthetic, exist. So there are different types of pigments that are used in the making of paints. These pigments exist naturally and they also be made synthetically. The basic white pigment is titanium dioxide, selected for its excellent concealing properties, and black pigment is commonly made from carbon black. So, the basic white pigment which is used is the titanium dioxide. This titanium dioxide is used to perform the concealing properties. There is a black pigment which is used, and this black pigment is made from the carbon black. Other pigments used to make paint include iron oxide and cadmium sulfide for red, metallic salts for yellows and oranges, and iron blue and chrome yellows for blues and greens. So there are other pigments that are used for the making of paints. For red, iron oxide and cadmium sulfide is used. For yellows and oranges, metallic salts are used. where blues and greens, chrome yellows are used. Solvents are various low viscosity and volatile liquids. They include petroleum mineral spares and aromatic solvents such as benzol, alcohols, esters, ketones and acetones. So, there are various solvents that are used in the making of paints. These solvents possess low viscosity and are volatile in nature. You can take an example of these solvents as petroleum mineral spares and aromatic solvents. The aromatic solvents include esters, ketones, acetones, alcohols, and benzols. The natural resins most commonly used are linseed, coconut, and soybean oil, while alkyls, acrylics, epoxies, and polyurethanes number among the most popular synthetic resins. So, there are some natural resins which are used for the making or manufacturing of paints. You can take the example of these natural resins as linseed coconut and soybean oil, while there are some synthetic resins which are most popular and used in a large number. The example of these synthetic resins are alkyls, acrylics, epoxies, and polyurethanes. Assignments. Assignment number 1 is what is the importance of waterborne paints? Assignment number 2 is why we prefer screw pumps over centrifugal pumps.